Welcome to Yarmouth, Nova Scotia, Harry. There you go, buddy.
Nova Scotia.
What do you
where
think?
Everything's awesome! Everything is cool and you're part of it too. You're all done.
Yep, every guy in this town has to wear a ball cap. That's the new thing in Nova Scotia, I guess. All the guys wear ball caps. Almost all of them.
Well, if you're
There's the guy that works at a bank. He's not allowed to wear his ball cap. And they do have a good pedestrian. Ooh, that guy should stop.
I basically am here to, I'm a tourist counselor. So you come in to our center, you're looking for information about the province, and I'm here to sort of help plan your trip for you.
Now, having the boat back must have made a huge difference.
Yes, it certainly has.
I mean, this is the first year in 4 years.
Yeah, that's right. And we've had a ferry here like since the early 1950s,
Right.
except for the last 4 years. So,
What did that do to Yarmouth?
well, it's hard to tell in terms of like I can't talk about numbers, but I know it is. It certainly has made an impact on the businesses that are related to tourism, like the restaurants, the hotels.
Right.
And when we see the new ferry is coming, and now we're seeing a lot more business picking up in those places.
Well, that's right.
Yeah, it's good.
So, getting it at least back to normal, and maybe we'll encourage more people to come to Nova Scotia.
Absolutely. Yes. The Annapolis Valley is, this time of year, it's an agricultural area. It's very, very nice to drive through. The temperature is about 10 degrees warmer than it is on the coast. There's a couple of sections in the valley that are devoted to grape growing and wineries. In one area around Wolfville, Gaspereau, there's about 5 or 6 of these wineries. They offer tasting. There's a couple of restaurants there. Of course, tours, if you're interested in that. And again, it's just a lovely, lovely setting to be up in.
Agricultural. In what way? I mean, aside from wine.
The Annapolis Valley is famous for apple growing. And again, you'll see fields and fields that seem to go on forever. Corn fields and other crops like that.
Yeah.
Again, just.
Now, would you say that area is less discovered than other parts of Nova Scotia?
Yes and no. Again, it depends what you're looking for, right?
Yeah.
And the wineries are a major attraction for that area. So a lot of people that are looking for that, they're going to the Annapolis Valley. If you're looking more for seaside coastlines, that kind of scenery, you would then probably take the South Shore.
Right.
Head for places like Lunenburg and Mahone Bay and that kind
Right.
of place down there.
Now, the tides are really strong. Where's the best place to go for that?
The Bay of Fundy is a spectacular place to visit. The highest tides in the world have been recorded in the head of the Bay of Fundy. So a place like Burnt Coat Head has recorded the highest tides at over 50 feet. The time to actually see those and the drama of the Bay of Fundy is at low tide. So at that point, you'll be looking at these 50-foot cliffs. You're able to walk on the bottom of the ocean floor for miles and miles and miles. There are some areas over there, like 5 Islands, where you can explore the beaches. You'll find semi-precious stones like agate and amethyst, and you're welcome to collect them. It's just one of those magical places.
As far as Nova Scotia goes, it's there's so much in Nova Scotia, isn't there?
Absolutely.
So, starting from where we are down in Yarmouth, famous for the French-Canadian culture, right?
Yep, that's right.
And then tell us more.
Okay. Again, in the Yarmouth area and just north of us is what we call the Acadian Shore. And the French-Acadian culture is well celebrated there. You'll find certain foods that are unique to the area. One of our most famous ones is called Roppy Pie, which you won't find anywhere else. Just south of us is a village called Pubnico. That is the oldest continuous French settlement I believe in North America. That dates back to 1603. And again, in that area, their culture is very, very meaningful. It's an amazing place to visit. If you continue along the South Shore, you're going to run into a number of these really nice small fishing villages. That's what they're famous for down there. Around Barrington area, not far from here, they call themselves the lobster capital of Canada. And if you want lobster, stop
All
in
right,
around
maybe
Barrington.
we've got to stop there for lunch then.
Absolutely. If you go the other shore, come up past the French shore going towards the valley, if you stop in Digby, world famous for their scallops. Absolutely. If you want to go whale watching, you can leave Digby or you can go down about an hour's drive to Pryor Island. Best whale watching going at the mouth of the Bay of Fundy.
And then the different colors, what do they mean here? So you got blue up here, what is that?
Okay, each region on the map is basically giving it's color coded, so you get basically they sort of stand apart from each other because they really are different kinds of terrain.
Yep.
So the blue, for instance, now we're looking at a shoreline there is the most rugged in Nova Scotia. It's the most pristine.
Yep.
It's you won't find as many amenities along that road.
Yeah, right.
But if you are looking for something out of time, it's an amazing place to visit.
And this is a famous place here for the music, the Stan Rogers music.
Canso is a place where the Stan Rogers Festival happens every summer. And people come from all over the world for that.
Because Nova Scotia is famous for its music.
Absolutely, yes. And the traditional folk music is very strong in this area. As well, if you head a little past that and go to Cape Breton Island, then you're looking at a very strong culture of Celtic music. And again, the time to really see the best of the island would be in the early fall, sometime in October. And they have a festival called the Celtic Colors. So you will see music, there'll be music venues all over Cape Breton. At the same time, it's the best time of year for the fall foliage. And it's spectacular up there.
And then we can't forget the last and final, before you go to Newfoundland and above, is Cape Breton. I don't know if we're going to get a chance to see that, but tell us of what Cape Breton is.
This Cape Breton Island, again, that's the place to have where you'll find the Celtic Colors Festival.
Yeah.
In particular, a lot of people go to do the Cabot Trail. That's the most famous part of Cape Breton Island. Again, you've got amazing vistas. You're coming up, from the very high mountainous region. It's like they describe it like the Highlands of Scotland. And as you drive along the coastal shore, you're coming over these amazing vistas of the ocean in the distance, right? Another great spot if you want to go whale watching. You don't have to go very far off the coast to do that. On the other side of the island is the Fortress Louisbourg. That is the largest restoration project in North America. And it is an amazing place.
Restoration project?
Yeah, it was originally a French fortress, and it was during the time of I believe it was the 100 Years' War in the 1700s. You'd have France and Britain were basically vying for the colonies,
right?
So Louisbourg at one point had been totally destroyed by the British. And in, I believe, the 1960s, they started that restoration project. And it is absolutely...
It's going on now.
It's completed now.
It's completed, but it's incredible
But
to
it
see.
is incredible. You can easily spend a couple
And what
of
about
days.
swimming? I mean, it's too cold to swim really in the Atlantic part.
I tell you, I go swimming in the ocean around here.
Whoa.
But it's like the end of August or the early part of September.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And once you get in there and your feet go numb, it's not so bad. You get adjusted to it. But other than that, really, the water is extremely cold. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah.
I was out the other day to one of our beaches. The air temperature was 20 degrees Celsius. The water temperature was 11 degrees Celsius. It's not very warm.
Wow.
But if you come up to our Northumberland shore, that's a whole other story. It's a great
And the
spot.
tides are not as strong.
Not as strong at all. And you can certainly go swimming there.
Well,
Yeah.
it's so much to do in Nova Scotia. And thank you, Don.
Very welcome.
I really appreciate it. We're off on our adventure.
Good. Absolutely. That's great.
You ready? You really want to get going now?
Yeah.
Full costume.